If you click this video, that tells me that you're ready to let go of the patterns and programming of the past so that you can step into your highest timeline. In this video, I'm going to break down the 4 practices that you can implement to kickstart your year and change your life from the inside out. And here's the kicker. It doesn't matter when you start these practices. It can be at the beginning of the year, the end of the year, the middle of the year. All that matters is that when you're ready, that you know that these tools are always available to you. Before we get into it, my name is Charla, and this channel is all about helping you thrive mindfully. I'm on a mission to show you that mindfulness is not just about stillness. It is a practical and powerful tool that you can use to change your life starting today. We've all been there. One day you look up and you're in a relationship, a job, a city that feels like it is absolutely draining the life out of you. You feel stuck. Maybe you even feel trapped. And you know something needs to change, but you don't know what and you don't know how. These 4 practices are exactly what they sound like. They're practices. They're things that you're going to need to do over and over again, sometimes on a moment by moment basis, because that's the only way to change the subconscious programming, the patterns that are going on behind the scenes that dictate the way that you react, the way that you perceive, and the way that you exist in a reality that no longer fits you. So let's get into it. Practice number 1 is about embracing your power instead of shrinking away from it. Now, as a firstborn daughter and a first-generation immigrant, I know all too well about giving power away, about not understanding the agency that we have over our own lives, the sovereignty that we have. As daughters, as mothers, as wives, as girlfriends, we are so used to putting other people in positions of power within our own lives, giving away our sovereignty, giving away our agency, giving away our power under the guise of being loved or under the guise of being respectful or obedient to our culture, obedient to our families, obedient to roles that we never signed up for. So much so that we forget that we actually are in charge. We get to choose whether or not we want to engage in this relationship, whether or not we want to stay at this job, whether or not we feel happy in this city or in this family dynamic. Practice number 1 starts with remembering first that you are in control of your life, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it doesn't feel true. The truth of the matter is that you are making choices moment by moment. And sometimes those choices are clouded by programming, by patterns, by beliefs that we hold about ourselves. Maybe the belief that we are less than, that we belong under somebody's thumb. But the truth of the matter is you cannot embrace your power until you acknowledge it. You cannot step into your power until you recognize that you have it. I'm here to tell you that you have it. You have control. You have say moment by moment over the things that you choose, the people that you choose to be around, the ways that you choose to respond to triggers, to things that are upsetting, to things that you do not like. A lot of us as women, as first generation daughters, as women of color, as people of color, we've been made to believe that we are being disrespectful a lot of the times when we step into our power. But the truth of the matter is that it is our inherent right as adults, as human beings, to embrace our own sovereignty, to remember who we are, that we are people with a say in our own lives, and we cannot step into that power until we acknowledge it. So that's practice number 1. Your work is to notice the ways that you shrink from your own power, that you give away your agency, that you refuse to step into your sovereignty. Whether it is because of fear, whether it is because of programming, no matter what it is, if you are suffering, there's potentially a lack of stepping into your power going on, a lack of embracing your inherent agency going on. If you are a grown adult and you are feeling drained, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling trapped, that means that you're suffering. And when suffering is present, choice is present as well. In what ways? are you allowing yourself to suffer? What choices are you making on a day-to-day basis that give away your sovereignty, that give away your power? What are you gaining from giving away your sovereignty, your agency, and your power? Is it safety? Is it not being rejected? Is it upholding some sort of facade for the world to see that things are running smoothly? Whatever it is, whenever we give away our agency, whenever we give away our power, we are suffering. So that's your first practice, is to figure out, in what ways am I giving away my power? In what ways am I not making active choices in my life that reflect what I truly feel, what I truly desire? Practice number 2 is prioritizing yourself and how you feel. One of the most powerful ways to reclaim your power and your sovereignty is to prioritize yourself and how you feel. If you are someone who is used to giving away your sovereignty, giving away your power, that means you're probably also used to making others the center of your life, putting others ahead of yourself when you're making decisions. The culture I come from may call prioritizing the self selfish, but there is a point in your life when prioritizing others becomes destructive, when it drains the life out of you, when it leaves you behind so that you can prop everybody else up. If you are used to prioritizing the feelings and the needs of others, one of the most powerful shifts that you can make is to refocus onto yourself, is to reorganize your priorities so that your feelings matter before anybody else's, that your needs matter before anybody else's. This is especially important if you are a people pleaser. People pleasers are people who habitually prioritize and focus on the needs of others to the detriment of themselves, to the detriment of their own feelings, their own safety, their own needs. And if that is you, then taking the time to notice the ways that you focus on others, that you prioritize the needs and the feelings of others ahead of yourself. How often are you abandoning yourself? How often are you dismissing your own feelings, your own needs, so that you can care for the feelings and needs of others? This can be one of the scariest things to practice as a people pleaser, is to practice deprioritizing others and prioritizing yourself and your needs above everything else. One of the most important things that you can do while you're practicing prioritizing yourself is to notice the feelings that come up in your body when you do it. Notice the guilt, notice the fear, notice the panic that comes up. Notice how uncomfortable it feels to put yourself and your feelings first. Notice what it does to your relationships. Notice what it does to how people start to treat you when you prioritize yourself. And most importantly, notice what it does for you. Notice what it does for you in your psyche, the ways that your self-respect starts to rise, your self-confidence starts to rise. You may start to put more emphasis on how you dress and how you look because your care and your attention and your focus has turned back to yourself. It is one of the most powerful things that you can do, is to put yourself at the center of your own life. And it's the only way that you're going to change your life, is to be at the center of it. Practice number 3 is to notice what in your life is draining you and to remove those things or place boundaries to protect yourself against them. Those things can be obligations. It can be people. It can be any kind of thing that you notice is draining the life out of you. And just like the 2 practices that I've talked about before, an important thing to do when you start to notice and take note of the things that are draining you is to take note of how it feels to remove or put boundaries around those things. If there's a lot of guilt coming up for you, if there's a lot of fear coming up for you, a lot of fear of disappointing others, a lot of guilt around not showing up in the ways that people expect you to show up, even though it's literally killing you, even though it's literally draining the life out of you, notice those things about yourself. This is all about noticing your patterns, your programming, and the ways that you physically and emotionally react, the way that your nervous system reacts when you start to change those patterns and behaviors. If you practice spirituality at all, then you know that as within, so without. When you start to remove or put boundaries around the things that are draining you, then you start to give yourself the opportunity to nourish yourself, which is practice number 4. Practice number 4 is all about being as patient and compassionate and understanding with yourself as possible as you implement these new practices. Nourishing yourself is all about noticing how you feel and responding to it in a loving and compassionate way. That means that if you notice that you are tired, instead of responding with a critical inner voice that tells you that you're lazy, that you need to work harder, nourishing yourself looks like responding to that tiredness with rest. Understanding that you need rest so that you can recharge, so that you can do the things that you need to do for your life. Understanding that nourishing yourself with what you need is one of the most important and powerful practices that you can have in your life. And like all of the other things I've talked about before, notice how it feels to nourish yourself, to be compassionate with yourself. Does it feel wrong? Does it feel bad? Does it feel indulgent? Does it feel selfish? Notice those things. Notice the programming that is refusing to change, that is keeping you tired, that is keeping you stuck, that is keeping you under its thumb. This programming, this inner dialogue, these patterns, these beliefs about what is okay for you. How long is it okay for you to rest? Is it okay for you to not want to do certain things anymore? Is it okay for you to reject certain things that no longer work for you? How does it feel to stand in your authenticity when you do what you really want to do? Does it feel scary? Does it feel wrong? Does it feel selfish? Notice those things. And when I say notice, it's not about changing it. It's not about changing how you feel. It's about being aware of what's going on in your body when you start to implement these practices, when you start to make these new changes in your life. Awareness brings curiosity about why you're doing certain things, what needs to be healed underneath, what is keeping me stuck in this pattern. Why am I clinging for dear life to this programming, to this life that I don't even like, that is draining me, that I am feeling trapped in? Awareness brings curiosity. Curiosity brings transformation. So those are the 4 practices that I have for you. Remember that you can do these at any time. They're always available to you. If you've made it this far in the video and you'd like to learn more from me, check out the links below for my group coaching program, my free workshops, and of course, join the mailing list. And if this resonated with you, then please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below about how you plan to make this year your best year yet.